You were in this game. You're gonna have to talk. But this show fucking sucks, Jake.
Well, who even watched this shit?
Wait. It gets better after the 27th season.
Are we? We're ready to go. We're ready to roll.
Let's go.
All right, Derek, take us away.
Okay. Welcome back. Your head was. I looked up and I saw the side of your head.
I have to be here to be in
I
frame.
know that now. All right, welcome to a special episode of Kitchen Table Cable tonight, guys. Special episode for two different reasons. A, we've got Colton with us, special guest today. Colton, how's it going?
I regret it already.
Regret it already. Perfect. Then we're doing something right.
Wonderful.
But really, what we have here is we're gonna do a reaction video of when we tried to set up and record gameplay at our local shop for our league. We have our first league game here, and after watching the footage back, we decided it's not.
Spoiler alert, it did not.
It's
go
not
well.
great.
For me or the camera, I'll tell you
You're
that.
gonna see why
it's
in
not great.
a little bit.
But so we did want to talk about it and kind of go through our thoughts and everything. Talk about the game as well. Jason and I were in this game together, so we'll talk about that. There was still some funny moments in the game, so we kind of want to touch base on that and kind of talk about where we've come since we filmed this.
Exactly, and
this was probably the first. I think this is the first thing we recorded, right?
yes, actually,
It was.
First thing we decided to record.
definitely
It's
the first
fucking
gameplay we've
terrible.
recorded.
Definitely. It was horrible.
Yeah.
All of those shop gameplay videos did not go very good.
No, we have a new plan going forward.
Yeah.
That you will see soon after this video goes up. But I can't talk about that right now because it's not ready.
So let's just let's get to the video, boys. Press that big old play button.
Bam.
The fucking seagull.
I don't know where the seagulls came from. Okay, so we got me. So Eve's starting first. Eve's playing Bright Palm for this first game. Then we got Trey going second, playing Urza. Jason's going third, playing Osgear. I'm going fourth, playing Mishra.
Yeah. This was out of the box precons, by the way.
Out of the box
no,
precons.
No
Yes.
alteration.
Out of the box precon.
Yeah.
Of
So-
course, as the league has developed, these decks are very much different.
Yeah, and for people who don't know, if they haven't seen our episode on Commander League, we start out with precons, and then every week for 8 weeks we upgrade it with $10 of singles. And so you're seeing a straight precon battle, but
And Colton just plays other people's decks.
yeah,
Yeah.
Colton is our proxy.
He plays.
He's dropped out of league
He
after
played
destroying
league once,
everybody.
got third place, and then he fucking.
No, he
No,
won
he
with
won.
Ivy.
Yeah.
No,
he
he
won
got.
with
He
Ivy.
tied for third, I think.
No, he
he
won.
I bodied like hardcore
Oh, no,
with
You
Ivy.
tied for.
Yeah.
You tied for third with Veyron.
Veyron.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
They won with
mistake of a
Ivy.
deck.
Veyron's just a mistake.
So we're seeing a very slow game here.
I mean, it's
that's
early
usually how
turn.
these precon battles go.
This is turn 3.
I got me a mana rock. I got me a spell bomb. Otherwise,
Ooh.
there's nothing else on the battlefield.
Yeah, cracks a Crozen Verge,
Crozen
Spell
Verge.
Bomb, a Signet. Trey with some artifact
Trey with
lands.
some artifact lands.
I can't tell what any of his cards are because they're all old border.
Yeah.
That's actually
And-
only one artifact land.
Ooh, Kayla's music box.
Yeah,
now,
it's
this
just
is
a
a
Dark
card.
Steel Citadel.
Kayla's music box is a card I like. I think it's pretty sweet.
It's interesting.
I don't know what it does.
I like it. So essentially, you tap it, you exile the top card of your library face down,
Mhm.
right, and then you can pay 1 and tap it and play one of the cards that's exiled with timing.
Jeez, what are you
timing
doing over
restrictions.
there?
He's just staring into nothing, bro.
He's watching the
I'm looking at the
game.
fucking screen and
He's
I'm listening to
watching
what
the
they're
game,
saying.
Bro, you are zooging, bro.
He's watching the game.
I was
but
trying
anyway,
to keep it together in the intro when you were fucking betting.
right?
Jason, what does Zugan mean?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So Jace played 1,000 year
Holy Cole
elixir.
Anvil, that card's in my
Anvil's
deck now.
busted.
Fucking love that.
I thought you took it out.
Busted.
Oh, I did take it out. Fuck. Oh,
Why didn't you put it back in?
it's bad. It's not that great.
Anvil's great.
It's not good in the type of deck I'm playing.
In Jace's deck, I can see where it falls behind, but like his current
You're
current
just
league
doing
deck.
so much in Jan Jansen, right? Oh yeah. By the way, this Oscar deck became Jan Jansen the very week after.
Oh, true, and you can also see I speed things up for this this edit, because
Yeah, 'cause
y'all guys take like 10-minute turns.
We did tell them to go fast. Neither one of them ever played on camera. Eve was basically really new, right? Trey
Yeah.
hasn't played a ton.
I think this
So
was
we
their,
were like, hey, take your time. We can edit it in post. Obviously, we don't have to edit shit in
Yeah.
post, so we didn't care. But we definitely told them, hey, take your time, go slow, make your actions clear, and then we can edit whatever we need to edit.
I've edited maybe like 2 gameplay videos before, and so this definitely took forever.
Forever?
And it didn't help that.
Hey, trial by fire.
I
That's
guess.
true.
Selling
Yeah,
that.
it didn't help that this game was over an hour long.
Ooh.
And I think I've cut it down to 15. What is
It's
what
about
is it?
15
18,
minutes.
18.
Yeah, about 15
Oh,
minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
That took about like 3 hours of work.
Dang.
I
That's
think
crazy.
it is Osgear Pass here. I feel like that's
crazy.
Yeah.
No
Probably,
way.
yeah.
Turn 4 Osgear?
Osgear Pass. I appreciated the Osgear play because I am holding a Machine God's effigy the whole time.
That pushes you so
Seems
far
pretty good
ahead.
in this strategy.
It's so good.
The card itself is busted.
The card itself is busted.
I am still playing in Jan Jansen.
So everybody here has a blocker. So for our league, we have ways to get points. First Blood with a non-commander creature is one of those points, and that's what
Yep.
Derek gets here.
You're welcome for ruining that rule.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah,
Colton's the reason that we haven't
I
changed.
will. That's true.
Colton
I
played
will.
a 2-mana 2/2 flyer as his commander, and he got it every week.
I,
Yeah.
It was
I
a
will
2-1.
admit, right after this, I got First Blood from Jace. I don't know why he didn't block with Osgear.
He was afraid he had a trick.
Eve was not happy about it that he gave up First Blood.
Well, the
She
thing
was
is, I'm not
happy.
fucking getting Burst Blood. Fuck that. I gotta wait a whole turn cycle. I'd rather Derek get it.
I mean, I did have a way to kill Osgear
And
when he
then-
blocked.
And here
And
it is, the
then-
Colonian Hydra.
Colonian Hydra. This is the bane of the game.
This,
Yeah.
the bane of me.
And this is the bane of
me.
rules.
The bane of trade.
This is the bane of rules in general.
Well, Bright
That's
Bomb's
true.
just terrifying.
We definitely-
Bright
Yeah.
Bomb's a
Bright-
really good
Yeah.
deck out of the box.
So what is
It's
it?
a really good
Even
deck
even
out of the
after you putting upgrades in it, it scales pretty well.
And
Oh,
see,
yeah.
this was something we weren't prepared for because the past couple times that the league before this, when it was played, it was always Shalai and Halar.
Yeah. Yeah,
they just
Never-
changed it
It was never
immediately.
Bright.
And
Bomb.
it's still really good, but Bright Bomb is also just kind of nuts. Because I thought it was counters on that creature. It's any
Yeah,
creature.
mhm.
It's
It's
That's-
any creature.
It's
I didn't
really
know that
good.
either.
Mhm.
So whenever
Any
it start, like I just played against that deck last week, I think,
Mhm.
and it did the thing, and I got caught off guard, and I was like, that's right. That card does something actually really busted.
Yeah. And so the Hydra enters with 5 normally, right? Or 6? 4?
4,
So,
yeah,
It's
so it
4
comes
and
in
it
and
doubles
5
each
with
time you
the
attack.
the
Well, yeah,
Conclave
4,
Mentor.
it got 5 because of the Conclave Mentor.
That's
Mhm.
why
So it
before
got an
this
additional.
Precon, it was like a $20 card.
And then and then whenever it attacks, you double the amount of counters on it.
See,
Mhm.
what do I play?
Is it on it or on the creatures you control?
It's on
Colonian
it.
is all your creatures.
See, that's
Is it everything?
And so
Colonian is all your things.
Okay.
I think
on
that's something
combat.
that is missed here as well. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Colonian Hydra's like, it's a very
I mean,
Timmy
yeah,
card. It's not.
Essentially, we end up missing what 4 counters on Bright Palm, I think total.
Yeah.
But
I
with
remember
that.
I've talked with Rafa about this game in the past.
Yeah.
As he was editing it, I was talking with him about it,
Mhm.
and there's a handful of misplays when it comes to Bright Palm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Part of
Well-
it is none of us knew what Bright Palm did. 'Cause none
Exactly,
of us ever
yeah.
saw it play, and now
That's
that I've
true.
seen it play, I am like hands down beyond terrified of it.
Yeah.
Card's scary in a casual format.
Oh yeah.
Very much. Very much.
Well, okay. There was the last league game I played against it. It got to like an 80-80, but we all had chump blockers because we all had like 3 power chump blockers because Eve couldn't
That's
give
why
it give it
Dusk Shell
trample.
Crawler is so good.
Well, the
So-
last time, it was not the last time, but one of the last times I played against it, like 3 creatures ever hit the board, but it was
Yeah.
the only 3 that were necessary because the first one was a Champion of Flamehole.
Oh Lord.
Ooh.
It got that thing got to like an 80-80, and somebody had 3 pieces of removal, and it had totem armor on it, and I was like, kill it. He's like, no, I think I got it. Somehow, he didn't lose that game, and I'm a little salty that he didn't, because he deserved to.
And so I think this is Bright Palm comes down,
This is where I get. in the
So-
ass.
and
Okay,
then
so we're gonna pause here real quick. So
Yeah.
Bright Palm ETB backup
Cologne.
1 counter,
back
Yes.
up 1.
right, and then it gives the ability that when this creature attacks, you double the amount of counters
On target
on
creature.
the target
on
creature.
target creature. Right, you get to choose.
Mhm.
So ETB, we back up on the Colonian Hydra, we get 2 counters.
Yes, because
So
of the
we get
mentor.
7.
So it's at 7. Okay.
Or
so
at least assuming it's played properly, it's at 7. I don't
Right,
know
it is-
how far things go off.
it is at 7. We didn't mess up on the Conclave Mentor at all. We actually did really good math with that and made sure that was on par.
Mhm.
We just fucked up whenever the next turn comes around and we get a Flame Rush Rider in
Yeah,
there. And
the
that's
next turn
where-
is- the next
that's
turn
where
is
everything
when-
just goes to shit. But okay, so we've got 7 counters on a Colonian Hydra. Trey's over here reading his music box because he, unbeknownst to everybody else, he has a noxious gear
Oh,
hulk
and this
underneath.
is where we bump the camera.
Right.
Motherfuckers.
He has a noxious gear hulk under there, right? So he
Yeah.
thinks he's safe. But so okay, so
Lord.
Eve has attacked with Colonian Hydra, right? So it should get 2 triggers of doubling,
Yes.
right? So it was at 7, so we double that. It gets plus 7,
15, so it goes
but
to
it gets
15.
8
Mhm.
because of the mentor. So it goes to 15, and then you double that again, and it goes to 31. This time we did the math correctly.
Yes.
It's just when we introduce the Flame Rush Rider. And then, of course, yeah, fucking Trey bumped the camera. Trey or Jay, somebody bumped the camera.
Someone on the
So now
lower
we're all-
half of this.
It
the
was
lower
either Trey or
hemisphere.
Jay. So now we're all cockeyed.
I think
This
it was Jace.
This was one of the main reasons why we were like, we're not uploading this. Somebody
Yeah.
hit the camera, and now we're all crooked. But, okay, so Jace
Yeah.
gets hit in the face for 31.
Yeah, and he cycles this
The Ruin Grinder.
this Ruin Grinder, which is what I think kind of.
I think gave Derek the game, honestly.
Derek did not win.
I didn't win.
Oh, you didn't win?
No.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
won.
no,
It-
she destroyed me.
It definitely gave Derek good cards.
It did.
And that is one of the 16-minute turns you took. is when you
I
made.
had so many cards, and then even between the two wheels, I was like, there's something I can do.
Yeah.
So, just a quick clarification: the music box, it can activate at sorcery speed or any time.
It's-
Or
Yes,
what
but
condition do you have
it
to
does
be?
not.
I'll look it up.
It does not ignore timing.
It doesn't ignore timing restrictions.
Okay.
You cast the spell without paying its mana cost. You have to. So if it's a creature, it has to be at sorcery speed or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
I guess I haven't seen this full thing to see if the. But from what I've heard, the Hydra sticks around the rest of the game.
yes,
There's a Noxious Gear.
almost the rest of the game. I eventually deal with it, but yes, there's a Noxious Gear Hulk under this music box this entire time. So if Trey plays the Gear Hulk now,
He can gain like 31 life.
he gains 31 life on top of
Getting rid
dealing
of-
with
getting rid
the
of the threat.
Hydra.
It's also the only thing with 1/1 counters on the board at the time.
correct.
The Gearhulk has flashed, right?
No.
No,
No.
the black
Torren-
one. The black
Torrential
one
has
doesn't.
flash.
Torrential.
Torrential has.
Torrential
Okay.
has Death Touch or Life Win.
His Death Touch.
Noxious has death touch.
It
That's
gains
what I
you
meant.
gains
I
you
meant
life
Noxious.
when.
It gains you life when it
yeah,
kills
yeah,
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Trey could kill it here, gain 31 life. Jace is at 2.
Well, he could kill it on his turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause-
You can't kill it anymore.
But it's
Like,
it's his turn up next, right?
Yeah.
He's going now. He just played a Thought Monitor.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which is-
currently it's Trey's turn.
Yeah.
So Trey could kill it now, and it's 1 mana to
1,
kill it.
2, 3,
I just-
4, 5.
I wanted to double check just to make sure
Yeah.
I was
It,
like,
it doesn't ignore timing restrictions, but it's only 1 mana to
yeah.
do it.
It just
No,
feels.
it's just tap to activate it.
What's the 1 mana then?
One mana
cost
to,
is
to
one?
exit to look at the top and then
Oh, so
exile
it's
it
a
face
planes
down.
to exile, and then
Yeah.
it's just free to cast. Okay.
Mhm. Cast any number of cards
that
exiled
card
with.
seems pretty good in the Yannick deck. I feel like.
I guess
Okay,
maybe.
Do you have to
Okay.
pay? Do you have to pay mana for them?
You have to. Yeah. You may
Okay, so
play them.
currently he can't cast it.
Yeah.
Because he's short 1 mana.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So he couldn't cast it anyway. So
He
I
has-
guess that's
he
what
has
he's.
6, but he doesn't have enough black.
1, 2,
he only
3,
has 1
4,
black.
5. What is the six?
looks
Oh,
like.
the signet.
Yeah, the signet.
I thought that's a tainted river.
I mean, he may have if he has 2 black lands. I know he has the.
So he
the
could.
Sanctum.
So he could have without the Thought Monitor.
Yeah,
He
he's
could
got
have.
an
Yeah,
arcane.
for sure. If his second land down there is black,
It
then
is.
he could do it.
He's got an arcane sanctum and a command tower.
I suppose.
Okay, yeah. So he
I
could
do
kill it now.
suppose if you're confident enough to just think you can make another round without the Colonial Hydra hitting you, you could sit there and greed for it.
So what happened, right? Because we talked during this entire time, right? Because Eve swings out, and we did the math, and we're like, oh, it's 31 damage, and she said, okay, I'm attacking Jace.
Mhm.
Jace was like, what the fuck, man? And she was like, Aaron told me about you.
Damn.
Bro,
And we were like, shit.
that was the most
So-
bullshit moment.
so-
Dude, Aaron
I
sent
think-
a bounty
Aaron
hunter out
sent-
after you.
Right.
Stop, dude.
So I
Jace.
think
Stop.
You talk shit about me all the time to people.
Yeah, but
you
you're-
sick people on
everybody.
me all the time.
everybody.
Yeah, but you're.
God damn it.
Motherfucker.
What does that mean? No, go
that
on.
means we cut this part of the fucking audio, you prick. Okay.
Or I just censor it out.
What the
Censor
flip?
it, right.
What the flip?
But
What the
okay,
scallop?
so
You're a.
right. So getting back to it, right? I think what in this situation, Trey's assuming, and we kind of talked about it, that he thinks that Eve's just going to kill Jace next turn.
Mhm.
So he probably thinks he has 1 more turn
I
to
think I
live.
die on your turn.
And if you go, I don't kill you yet.
No,
You go a whole nother 2
Wait,
turns,
actually?
I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you don't do anything.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't do
Holy shit.
anything, right? Because I get
Oh,
your
because I
Oz-
do the
your
I
Oz
do
there.
the thing. I do
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think Trey's assuming that he's not going to die on her next turn,
Mhm.
and then B, if it lets it go again and it gets a bunch more, he'll get a shit ton more life.
Exactly.
Right? So makes sense.
I still don't know why you didn't block with Osgear.
Well,
I didn't want
because
him
there
down.
was no point. I mean,
Like, I'm dead anyway.
what's the difference between 2 and 6?
I'm dead in the line.
Well, I was about to ask, does the Hydra have trample? Because I do
Yes.
not remember.
Oh, it
does
does?
have trample.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
okay.
for sure. It has trample. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's why I said there's no difference between him being.
So yeah,
2
like
and
it would
6.
be just a gross waste of the Hydra actually to attack Jace the second time.
True.
It's definitely
doesn't Light Plus have flying?
you
I guess
or
I have
Trey
the
dying, and
Falcon.
that's not a 50-50.
Light Plus, I don't think.
But
Personally,
Ripon
that's
doesn't
not
have
a
flying.
50-50 that I would want to be playing. I'd just
Right.
be like, that thing's big enough. Also, nearly doubling your life total. I would just be like,
I would
Fuck
have
it,
pulled the
worth it.
trigger.
I would've
100%. I would have pulled the trigger. Now this whole time I have a way to deal with it, so I'm not worried if she decides to attack me.
I mean, yeah, there's that too. Like if you have the answers you need in hand,
Right.
you sit there with it. But
Oh,
his
for sure.
his
His
is
is on
sorcery
board,
speed.
yeah.
He kind of has to do
Well,
it.
he was
Yeah.
under the impression it was instant speed, but we'll get to that later.
That's true.
That is
He
true.
was under that impression because that's what happens on the following
Okay,
turn.
that does change a lot.
But
Yeah.
even still, he doesn't have the mana to do it right now anyway.
Well, he did on his turn if he didn't play the Thought Monitor.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But he didn't. Even if he thought it was instant speed right now and he didn't activate it to cast the Thought Monitor, he can't do it at instant speed anyway.
Yeah.
Right. But I also think that maybe he thought it was free to cast as well, but potentially. So okay. So we'll start back up. Jace takes his
Ruin
turn.
Grinder, 2 of them.
Brings,
Two Ruin Grinders.
makes 2 Ruin Grinders. I appreciated this 100%. It's 2 wheels for me. Let's be honest. And then of
Honestly,
course, I don't know what I made last turn with
I
the
just
War
wanted to
Form,
do
but
it.
I
I
think
thought
this
it was
turn
fun.
I think I make a Ruin Grinder this turn or an Osgear.
Ruin Grinder is not good for Mishra, but it's kind of cute for it.
I
if you
like
think
it.
about it.
Yeah, I like it.
It's now Obeka, so.
Yeah, my Mishra's not Mishra anymore. It's Obeka.
Oh,
So I did Osgear the
mistakes.
Spell Bomb.
Mhm.
Right, trying to get that card draw.
Oh, did you do your effigy just hard Osgear? You didn't.
Effigy's hard Osgear.
You didn't make the effigy just itself and then let your copies of it be whatever?
Sorry, what now?
Your Machine God's effigy. You can play it blank, and then the copies of it can be whatever.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can do that anyway.
You can do that anyway.
No, because it's now Osgear. So if you try to make Warform copies of it, you're going to make Osgears now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So essentially,
It's
if
something...
you, I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? But
in
if
this instance, I wasn't
yeah,
sure.
but if you wanted to Mishra, you would just blank it, have it enter as
you play it blank, and then throughout the game, you can have it be whatever you
Each
want.
time it would enter, it would be able to choose a different target.
In Orvar, very few people play Machine God's Effigy because 4 mana is just a lot for the deck. But Imposter Mech has been a very popular choice lately. You play it 2 mana, blank. It's just a 3/1 vehicle with like crew 2.
Right.
That's not good. But the gimmick behind it is you have a permanent there that you can tag whenever you want, as long as you have a thing that can target an artifact, and it can be whatever creature. Very popular thing for like competitive commander is to snipe somebody's dockside with it and have a buyback spell and just be. So it's just sitting there. No one's gonna look at it because it does nothing, especially if they've never seen the deck before.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they play a dockside and then you scoop the win from under them.
Yeah, but Colton, you're missing one crucial thing.
This isn't CDH. Yes, I know.
Orvar's not good in CDH.
God
Wait,
damn
you say
it.
Orvar's not good in CDH?
No,
That's
it's
what
not.
he said. It's
I
really,
have
it's
kicked
really
your
bad.
ass with it.
It's
What do you
really
mean?
bad in tournament
not
play.
CDH.
Sure.
It's bad in tournament play. If you're playing an untimed stuff and
Yeah.
you are a skilled patient pilot, which is why I don't play the deck very often. Assuming you have the skill and patience for it, the deck can become a monster. Assuming you can survive past the early turns. The only real risk you run with the deck is a creature heavy meta where people just beat the shit out of you because they're sick of your shit, which happens to me. And also in a combo heavy meta where people are like, oh, you're the blue player, you can solve it. Not every blue player has all the counter spells at all times, as much as you would like to think so.
That's a lie. I'm just kidding.
See, that's a trend I've seen recently. A lot of the slower CDH6 haven't been seeing much tournament play because, I mean, a lot of these tournaments have gotten into 75-minute rounds and have not gotten no turns.
Sure.
And, I mean, that's a good thing if you're running a tournament, but it's not great if you're playing fucking, like Colton said, if you're playing Orvar, where you're playing some Derevi stacks. Like, those decks don't show up as much just because of how modern CDH tournaments are run.
I think Stacks is generally fine.
Well, hard, like Derevi
but-
Stasis.
I mean, Stacks has lost a lot of favor recently.
but-
And if you look
I
at
mean,
a lot
that's
of
true.
a lot of
Stasis is
tournaments,
probably out.
then I don't see a lot of Stacks decks anymore. I see Stacks pieces, but I don't see dedicated
It's
Stacks
mostly
decks.
been just a bunch of mid-range currently.
Midrange is so good.
Midrange
I
is
have
so good.
I have been seeing people talk about they think Turbo might be making a comeback soon.
I mean, if midrange
doesn't make
takes over,
sense.
then Turbo comes back, and we end up kind of run it through a cycle.
We ended up flip-flopping like we did the last time, but the meta really changed.
Oh no, the meta goes 3 cycles. But recently there was a big tournament. I forget which one it was, but Crick was in. There were 2 Crick decks in the top 16.
There was also
and they're
Braids.
wild.
Yeah.
Decks.
Oh, I saw the
They're
Braids
so
deck.
fun.
Yeah.
I like the Braids deck.
There was a Braids.
That was
in
a
that
weird list, man.
Uh-huh.
I like the real
I liked
list
it,
too.
though.
Oh yeah. God,
And-
No, people are doing some really cool stuff lately. I really like it.
It's just
All
the
right.
format's so open. But let's get back to our not competitive.
Okay. So I will pause real quick and say that I did fuck up with the Machine Guns effigy then, because I made copies of everything this game.
Yeah, it don't work like that afterwards.
So we're gonna say I did that.
What a cheeseburger.
Kitchen Table Cable is sponsored by Force of Will Gaming. For all your gaming needs, visit downtown Bastrop's premier gaming store. And also by viewers like you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Anyways,
Okay. So
and we're back.
we're back. So I make a Rune Grinder here, right? Me and Jace make a deal. I think this is where we make a deal where
Oh
I
yeah,
say
we trade.
I'm gonna
Warframes.
swing in this Rune Grinder. He's gonna block. That way we can.
Don't they have menace?
The Warforms, no.
The Rune-
Grinder-
the
Rune- the Rune
Grinders
Grinders.
have menace.
So
The
the
Warform would have
Warform
menace.
does have menace.
Yeah, he blocks
Oh, I
from
don't-
everything.
I'm meaning like do the Rune Grinders have menace?
Yes. Yeah. So he blocked with the Pilgrim and the Rune Grinder.
Oh, so we wheel twice here,
We do wheel twice,
and there's still a Rune Grinder in play.
and you still have a Rune Grinder in play.
Why do I get rid of the?
Why do
You got rid of the copy.
Okay, so we skipped past. We wheeled a couple of times.
Yes.
We wheeled twice.
It was really just people either deciding not to do anything or shuffling their hand around.
Yeah, or me deciding to do something in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah, and you did that quite a bit and
Yeah.
didn't do anything. All right, this is where the
fuck up happens.
the infamous flame rush rider.
Right. So
Everybody thinks that
I-
when it enters the
I
battlefield.
told you
Right.
I was attacking. They're like, no, it's you turn the battlefield.
I didn't say
Jace
shit.
told me the same thing.
You fucking
I was telling Colton about this moment, and Jace shouting from across the card shop.
But okay, so we
remember
flame rush.
this.
Flame
I've told you
Rush
about. I told
Rider.
you about this. It was on a Discord call.
I remember
Makes-
that, but I mean, like, I don't remember hearing about it at the shop or
I was probably
whatever.
telling Jace about it. I don't know. I was telling Jace about it for sure, and he was like, "No, I told him."
I did. I fucking.
Okay, so
One
Jace
lady.
probably said it like one time, and then they were like, "No, it's on ETB," and he was like, "Okay."
Okay, so newer cards this doesn't hold true with, but for cards,
This card is from 2012.
Yeah.
and it's been what
It's been
11 years since then.
It's
Yeah.
been
That's
reprinted.
an
and
older card
And
at
it's
that
been
point.
played 0 times.
But-
that's a lie.
Back to my point
it
with
was Tully.
cards that are that old, the adage of reading the card explains the card still applies.
That's
Newer
true.
cards,
That's true. That's true. But okay, so we ETB
Wait,
make
wait,
a
wait,
copy
wait,
of.
That's staying in.
Jesus fuck.
Fuck.
Jace dies.
okay, I just
Okay.
got over being sick. Do I need to like scoot
No,
over
you're
a little
good.
bit?
COVID. Okay,
Wait a
so
minute.
we ETB make a copy of Bright Palm,
Yeah.
right, and assume that the Colonial Hydra is triggering 3 times
Yes.
currently, right? That's what we go through. Now, realistically, it on attacks it'll make a copy of Bright Palm. You'll get the backup.
But you
but
won't
you
get
don't
the counter
get
double.
the counter doubling because it's already attacking.
Mhm.
So essentially, we messed up and gave it 1 additional instance of doubling counters. Does it matter? Fuck no. Trey dies. 100%.
True. I did the math.
So screwed.
You can't really see it on the dice. The Hydra would have still been like a 66
so
something.
screwed. Yep. So
Um,
screwed. So, because it had 31.
Yeah.
And it didn't
So
have any
you back
redeemable
up,
cards.
it gets 2 more.
Mhm.
So we're at 33.
Yep.
It gets 2 instances of doubling.
Mhm.
Right.
Plus, Bright Palm's ability says it can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less.
There's that too.
Oh, shit,
right.
I forgot about that.
So that-
there's that too. So if we're at 33, so we double to 66, add 1 to 67, you double it again.
Well,
so
the 2
we're
or
at-
less thing actually doesn't matter. Everything's big
so
enough.
we're at-
Sure. Yeah. Looking at it now, because he's got the Academy,
So
or
we're
not,
at-
what is it called? Founder Inspector.
Yeah, so we're
Nah,
at
that
a-
one's not Inspector.
so
That
really it's a-
Foundry.
Founder Chief.
There it is.
It's 135 damage. We thought it was 300 and something. It has trample, so there's no fucking way Trey
True.
deals with it anyway.
It's still even with the two
Yeah.
triggers it gets, it's still
And
triple
here's-
his life total.
And
Yeah.
here's Jace going, "Fuck, dude, I didn't die." And then Trey spends about 2 minutes trying to kill it with the Gear Hulk, and then realizing we can't do that, and then
Yep.
he dies.
And I have cut that out, and Eve pulled out her fucking calculator.
Yeah, because she was like, I'm just gonna put the numbers on here. I was like, we can do 3 dice, and she was like, oh, 543, because we counted 2 additional instances of whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jace takes us. Jace is at 1.
Ultimately, it doesn't really matter.
We ruined Grinder, baby.
We ruin Grinder. We will again.
I draw fucking nothing.
Which gets me a Chaos Warp, and that's how I deal with that.
I get to play the monologue text.
No way.
No way.
Lotho? Is that you?
I do want to put Lotho in my league deck.
Oh, you had it?
He's a little out.
It's like $2, isn't he?
He's like full out.
Oh, he's gone up.
So I think
He's very popular.
I'm pretty sure here I killed Jace with the anvil.
Definitely, yeah.
Most likely, yeah.
Really? You don't
I
hold it?
did do it.
You don't just hold it?
I mean, we've learned this thing before.
No,
right?
I just
I'm not-
immediately Chaos Warped the Hydra. I mean, this is League. It's 4 points. I wanted to make sure he fucking died.
Yeah.
I don't get held around. Like, I would full swing at Derek if he did that to me, because we've told this on the podcast before. There's this time where Mike held a gun at my head, and I did everything for him.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh shit!
yeah.
There was
What?
the camera
What the
again.
fuck?
This one was Trey.
Somebody basically hugged the motherfucker. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
he was trying to
So-
fix it.
Krinko.
So Eve gets a Krinko, right?
Oh,
which
so Derek's
which
fucking dead.
which okay, but if I didn't fuck up on the Machine God's effigy, which I did, because I make a couple Krinkos
Yeah.
after this. But Eve with Bright Palm essentially ends up making, or no, with the Flame Rush Rider, she ends up making a bunch of goblins.
Yeah.
Which also wouldn't trigger.
Yeah.
This game is fucked. There's a lot of reasons why we did not play.
Yeah, Flame Rush
Holy
Rider,
shit.
that's legendary ruling,
Mhm.
isn't it? Yeah.
I think
Well, no.
I'm
Well,
pretty sure she still makes Bright Palms to do the same gimmick.
Well, you can get Bright Palm ETBs, but
Yes.
if you're making extra Krenkos, it
But
won't
no,
work.
yeah.
she makes extra Bright Palms for the backup,
Well,
because then
Bright Palms still don't actually get
yeah,
the-
because
Yeah.
then Bright Palm says double the counters, so then she stacks it to where she doubles the counters and then makes the goblins with Krenko.
Well, yeah, but that's using Bright Palm, not the Flame Rush. Flame Rush Rider should, like, the way the deck works, Flame
Oh,
Rush
I'm-
Rider actually doesn't do much
We-
of anything.
We know that now.
Which is really
Oh,
funny
shit, there goes the
and
camera.
kind
Yeah,
of
see.
sad, actually.
Oh, that was me. Okay.
That time it was you.
That
Bonk.
time.
See, Trey fixes it, and then you
Yeah.
fuck it up again.
I was going to say, from
but
what
yeah.
I've heard, there's multiple guilty parties for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, the Flame Rush Rider doesn't really do anything. I think I would have lived. I had a decent
There it is
board
again.
state, right? I had this Drake that I was gonna kill her with on my next turn, if I had gotten to live.
Wait, what Drake did you have that could deal 23 damage?
This it gets plus
Oh,
1
yeah.
plus 0 for each artifact I
This
have.
big ass boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's neat. And then what does it do? It digs for an artifact?
I don't remember.
Like, it looks at the top something, you get an
I
artifact.
think it looks at the top 6. It's top 4,
It's-
top 6, and you
it-
get an artifact in the hand.
It's that bird from Kaladesh that was really popular in Standard.
So it's
You
pretty
know,
good.
also
So I
really
mean, it has a
popular in
shit ton of
Kaladesh
power, and I had
Energy.
good cards in my
Yeah.
hand.
You know what's not anymore? Energy.
So I mean, at this case, right at this point, she has 20 something Krenko tokens because we doubled it an extra time
Mhm.
without that many, because she makes 80 the next turn and then I die.
See, I was really hoping they'd do like energy and
Dude, they
Kamigawa.
need to do it again.
Like, it would fit there.
You could probably do it in the Return to Lorwyn if they do something crazy with that.
Not
I don't
Lorwyn.
think
Because
so.
they said they're changing it.
What do we got? I
Like
know
they
I
did
made
Kamigawa.
2.
You got a Stronic Resonator, you
I
made...
made 2
Krenko.
lands. I made 2 artifact lands. The
Mhm.
bridge.
And then you started making a
so-
bunch of Krenkos here.
So Strionic, yeah, because I can Strionic with Mishra. Obviously, the Machine Gun's effigy was done right the first time because I make 2 Krenkos. No, I don't think I make 2 Krenkos.
And if you make 2 Krenkos, you have to sacrifice them.
Yeah.
You do something. I think you make another anvil.
Well, so they still have the name of Mishra's Warforged, but they do contain the legendary typing still.
Yeah.
So making 2 of a legendary creature still makes you sack one.
Well, and the war form. Oh yeah, you're right. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're legendary. What did I make?
Oh, I think you made a Krenko and then another Drake.
That sounds correct.
Because
Damn, this
you're
game is
pointing at
so
this Drake,
long.
Well, I think I was doing the math for the Drake too.
which is why it's sped up right here.
And then
And
she
then,
Oh,
swords
she
is my
swords it.
fucking Drake, and then the
And then you
game
still
is-
die even after you gain a shit ton of life.
And then the game is.
Well, shit. At that point, just make 2 Drakes instead of bothering with Krenko.
You can't make Drakes. It's not.
Well, I needed. I
Well,
thought I
you
needed the
make
blockers from Krenko.
effigies and then make Drake.
Assuming the effigy was blank, which
Yeah.
it wasn't.
It
But,
was.
You know, whatever.
Shut up, Colton.
It was. Shut up, Colton.
The game's a little scuffed.
Um,
It's
Was I the
fine.
only player
But-
that didn't make any mistakes?
The
What?
shut up. You made plenty of mistakes.
I
You
did not
fucking
make any
died.
mistakes. Fuck.
But
I wasn't gonna say it.
I made a Cranko because I thought I needed blockers.
Nope.
So
Your blockers don't do shit.
well, yeah, it gets 80.
It's 80 that can't be blocked by Jay. Stop stroking Goonie.
Bro, his eyeballs
Jace,
feel
what are
weird.
you doing, Jay? Stop.
And then this is where it just like there implodes.
There's
Yeah.
just gonna be a sensor bar over like this part of the screen.
I don't know
the
how
entire
I ended
video.
up at 48. Oh, the anvil. Never mind.
The anvil and,
And the sword.
your swords with your bird.
Oh yeah, the sword. You're right. You're
From
right.
from what I've learned,
I think I blasphemous act. Yep.
And it doesn't. Why would you do it? Oh, just kill the goblins.
She has 80 goblins.
I was just say the fuck you mean.
I didn't kill the
why?
Cranko because it's got 80 power.
Oh yeah, and then you play you have a blocker for Cranko, but I think she removes it. I think she chaos warps it. I can't remember. It's been
She terramorphic expanses it.
damn. That's cold.
I don't think
that
she does.
was-
I think I blocked
Goonies
with-
leaking.
I don't remember.
Goonies
Jason,
leaked
stop.
it.
So there's
Because
6
here's
mana
Flame Rush Rider. Oh no, it's a Bright Palm.
for the bright palm. Oh, I think you scoop it up at the goblins because she swings. She makes 2 million goblins and then
Yeah, because then the next turn I can't do anything
yeah.
with that many goblins. Because I think at this point I'm like, fuck it. All right, I'll block both Mishra.
And I'll die.
I do think I get to cast it on my next
I think
turn
you
again
get your
for the
point.
Yeah,
for the
you
point.
get the commander point, and that's another point.
Spending 21 or more mana
Mhm.
on
Has to be
casting.
real
I'm
mana. You
casting my
can't.
commander
You can't
from
convoke. You can't affinity.
from
You
the
have
command
to
zone.
spend
So
the
yeah,
mana.
I think I untap,
Yeah.
draw a card, display Mishra, and say good game.
and we changed the rule for that too. That's to the what it is now.
Oh,
which
we
you
did
said.
change it?
Well, yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It has to
it's-
be from mana source.
Yeah, it's mana.
what I thought it
It's
was on.
mana spent on your commander.
Yeah.
Which is
Which
the
kind of sucks.
Well,
for
that's
Derek
what the
when he's playing
rule
convoke.
always was. It just wasn't like.
wasn't clear.
Yeah.
Like
It just doesn't make sense when you have a commander that has Convoke and a deck that has Convoke, and you don't get any of that, man.
yeah,
Anyway,
but it's
I
not.
was
I'm
mana-
also-
not saying anything. It wasn't me.
it's not
I
mana
was also
spent.
the reason for that rule.
I-
It definitely was you, Derek.
I was really bummed because my ex just would have gotten me that point every game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, then that would have been some bullshit. So.
Yeah.
Well, again,
I probably
mean,
would've
this
done
is a
a
whole
lot.
discussion we can have because if your commander's built a specific way and you build your deck that way, what's the difference? Instead of you choosing to build your deck to where you can spend 21 mana,
Yeah.
I can Convoke it. I have to build my deck that way.
You
Well,
make a bunch of
basically, at
things.
that
You
point,
activate
if-
Anvil and then.
If Rafa
Yeah, I
got the
activated
point-
Anvil a couple times. I don't know. I think I was digging.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have enough fucking goblins.
No, you
She
were-
played a Flame Rush Rider, and I was like, all right, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
But she just shows it to me.
you. What is
No,
that? That's not
what is
flame.
Oh, that's the Suntime.
Oh yeah, the thing
No,
that gets
that's
stuff
the,
back.
that's
yeah,
the dragon.
that
Oh,
that gets shit back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
Um,
so
And then I clearly die.
Yeah.
So Eve's first game ever league just fucking destroyed Trey.
us. I think it was her first.
Basically destroyed
non-two-player-
Yeah.
Jace. Right? Basically destroyed Jace.
I mean, there was a little bit of scuffed moments.
The math was
happening,
off
but
for sure.
Yeah.
The math was off. And it happens a lot in the league games,
Mhm.
especially. A lot of them are new.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. You gotta.
I don't
make
like to
mistakes
go
learn how do the game.
so hard on the rules lawyering and stuff like that. So I generally take everybody's word at face value,
Mhm.
right? Instead of like you said, reading the cards up, they were like, "Oh, it does this," and I was like, "That
Yeah.
sounds familiar."
Try playing with Ryan.
That sounds right.
Sheesh. I have literally never played a league game against Ryan.
No.
No, we
Oh,
keep
shit.
trying, and it.
Well, you will this league.
I was supposed to last week, but he was sick.
Oh well, I can't help you there.
I know.
Well, boys, what did
but-
we learn?
Well,
from
funny.
this
I
episode?
do something a little differently when playing with newer people or even people I just don't know.
Mhm.
I do try my hardest to not be.
Jace, calm the fuck down.
I'm
Goonie's gonna call HR on you.
Jesus.
I'm gonna call HR on you. It's making me uncomfortable.
Right.
Anyways, I don't want to be like condescending about it for obvious reasons. No one wants to play with an ass.
Colton
Again, I
hates-
try.
Colton hates these newbie plebs.
But I actually like to double check everything to make sure
Jace, stop.
everything is happening correctly, and to help walk people through things if they don't wind up neatly.
Right.
One of my favorite things to do, it's a little less my favorite now with how many times people ask me about it, but it's like sorting out really convoluted board states and stacks.
That's because all you do is play combo bullshit.
Yeah.
You are a mutate guy.
I'm really good at weird rules. I'm not good enough to be a judge.
I mean,
I
level
keep-
1 judges is not.
I
that hard.
keep
You could
getting
probably get that.
contradicted on things that I thought were true.
We're human, and that's why judges use Google.
That's
Well,
true.
so-
or the judge chat.
Yeah.
Remember that whole thing about Op Agent and Broodlord?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
What?
What do you mean?
I was right the first time.
What do you mean you were right the first
You
time?
can't play.
Op Agent gets rid of it. They get it. There's no priority thing about the Broodlord gets it first. It's the Op Agent takes it with its own ability before the Broodlord ever gets to do the thing.
Wait, why would it be played any other way?
Because there was a big thing when it first came out saying that they're both seeing
Hey,
go to
man, and
exile.
L3 said that that's how it worked. So that's
The
what,
L3 was
so
wrong.
That's what Twitter was going on about, and I was like, okay, this is interesting.
I was like, that doesn't seem right, but everybody was telling me otherwise, so I was just like, ah, fuck it. And then I said something about it recently, and everybody was like, no. I was just like, ah, shit.
Wow.
We'll look it up again.
What an L.
Y'all see
Anyways.
the stuff with
Look it up again.
Besiege the Mirror and Xur?
But,
No. Okay, so what did we learn today?
Yeah,
We
what did we
learned
learn
that-
today, guys?
We
Our
learned,
first setup was shit,
yeah.
honestly.
I mean,
Um,
we learned from that.
Yeah.
We helped put together
Yeah,
We're
read,
gonna.
a
read your
real
cards.
setup.
I think we're.
And then we have
set
to take it down now.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, because they're
They're
Oh,
messing
yeah,
with
yeah,
us
yeah,
up.
I remember that.
But I think we're gonna set it up here in the studio,
Mhm.
and we're just gonna record
Right
it.
here, where you're watching this. Well, not where
Yeah,
you're
right
watching this, where we're watching this video.
Yeah, we'll just do the gameplay in here.
Where you're watching us watch.
Yeah.
Watching us watch.
Yeah.
That's
The idea is we stream it here. Haven't decided
Float
a time.
away.
creepy.
Goonie will be here.
We'll
Yep.
be here.
He is our judge.
Further away from Jace.
Yeah,
Yes.
Goonie might shatter. We don't know. Hopefully not.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Bye.
Comment below who you voted for in the 2020
Maybe don't do that.
You
That
don't
might
know
not be
the
good.
joke, but we do
That's
that every episode.
Jace does that every episode.
For some fucking
All right, and we're out.